My body, beautiful, unique, imperfect, flawed, decorated from head to toe by life, bringing forth life. I've been pretty awful to her. It was my body that paid the highest toll and suffered the most. My name is Felicia. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and supporting. I really, really appreciate you. Today on my channel, I will be talking about the idea of suffering through life. So stick around. Let's talk about that. I gave her a little rest. I moved her every now and then. Kept her clean. Fed her. Clothed her. I wore what they said I should, what I shouldn't. I even put layers on her. And at some point, it felt like I just never stopped putting on layers. I couldn't see the light anymore. No light was coming in, and I surely wasn't letting any out. I was moving through life completely disconnected. Disconnected from nature, disconnected from others, disconnected from myself. This is Buck. I rescued Buck from this empty lot. He was cold, wet, dirty, scared. I brought him home, cleaned him up, and we began the process of helping him heal. He was accepted into my little poodle pack. He likes it. He's still in a constant state of fight or flight. He startles so easily. He doesn't like to be too far away from me. But in time, he may learn to trust if I keep showing him that people are good. Buck is old. He has absolutely no teeth. In fact, poor fella, when we took him to the vet for the first time, that's when we discovered just how damaged his gums were. He was trying so hard to eat that he had made sores in his mouth. Life sucked for Buck, but he wanted to live. He's slowly opening up. He's learning to give love, and more importantly, he's learning to receive it. Buck coming into my life is a daily reminder that we are connected to all things. And when we lose that connection, we lose ourselves. We become compartmentalized, and we self-sabotage, separating ourselves from our full potential. Much like Buck, we turn into a shell of ourselves, moving through life in fight or flight, reacting and running from pain. No matter how hard we try to bury it, it always finds its way back to the surface. If most of us were given the choice, I'm pretty sure we would pick physical pain over emotional pain. We understand physical pain. We can identify it, isolate the problem, and usually find someone to help us remedy it in the form of a doctor, through meds. Our emotional pain is far more complicated. In our desperate attempts to not feel it, we numb it, we ignore it, and we find ways to get really busy or really high. And this, my friend, starts the destructive behaviors that turn into cycles in which we make our body pay. In reality, pain is a good thing. Pain is actually a self-preservation mechanism embedded in us by the Creator. We were meant to thrive. We begin that internal dialogue. We start telling ourselves that we're suffering through life. In reality, suffering takes place in the mind. But we humans are skilled. We have the ability to bring suffering to ourselves 1,000,000 times over something that happened 10 years ago. The physical pain is well gone, but we still find ways to suffer. And if that's not enough, we even suffer over things that haven't even happened yet. We use the two most beautiful gifts as a human, our fantastic memory and our vivid imagination, to bring more suffering to us instead of seeing and fulfilling our destiny. As we sink further into the depths of despair through our destructive behaviors, we become obsessed, compulsed. It's just human nature. We all want to do more of what we're told we shouldn't. And as you obsess over not suffering, you're convincing yourself that life indeed brings suffering. We're moving through life in an unconscious state, in a compulsive state. During this time, your physical, your mind, your emotions, and your life energies will completely be out of alignment, unable to reach your highest potential. Hey guys, okay, so journaling, I think it's an awesome tool. To be honest, I thought journaling was a waste of time before I actually started trying it. But I want to warn you, when you do it and you are really into searching your emotions and yourself, and you're journaling for the purpose of going deeper, when that starts to happen, it's very, very emotional. I woke up feeling really dense this morning. Actually, it wasn't just this morning. It's been a couple of days now that I've just felt really heavy inside and sad. Hence the crying. This is so therapeutic, and it really doesn't have to be anything special or fancy. In fact, when I journal, I use my kids' old composition books that they bring home that are just wasted if I don't do that. There's so much paper left in these at the end of the year. But today I'm really emotional. I'm kind of touching on some and feelings, more so the feelings. The memories are always there, but the feelings, getting in touch with those feelings, are just wow. It throws you for a loop. But right now, I want to show you guys something. I believe that God, the universe, you get signs when you need them. If you're quiet enough, look toward the good in things, you get your sign. And I'm in my head, I'm having all these thoughts. I'm just feeling not motivated and like questioning myself again, like what am I doing? And then I go in and I find the little ladybug. They just come and say, hey, it's okay. Now put me back outside. So oftentimes we find ourselves placing our happiness in the hands of other people. We depend on what they can provide for us or what feelings they can evoke in us, not realizing all the while that happiness can only be found from within. But it takes a lot to come to that realization. In the process, we are putting our hope, faith, and dreams in other people, and when they aren't able to come through, then we look at our lives as something terrible. When we don't get what we want in life, then we have to suffer now. Life is a journey. Life is our own personal journey, and it's what we make it. And our destiny is ours. We have the tools. We just have to take action. You have to start being better to yourself. You have to start moving yourself in a different direction if you don't like the path that you're taking. And it starts here. We completely underestimate the power that we have in our minds, our thoughts. Our thoughts move us. They propel us. So getting that mind and those thoughts organized is key. It's the foundation. What happens once you do that? You begin to think clearer. You begin to start taking care of yourself. You begin to reconnect with things around you, people around you, nature. You begin to live life expanded. And soon, all of your energies will start to move in the same direction. It sounds simple, but it takes work, and you'll have to do some soul searching and some digging, and you'll have to get real with yourself. Because if you don't, what's the alternative? This life suffered, right? The alternative usually lies along the lines of going through life bitter and angry, upset because nothing ever goes your way. No one can make you happy. Nothing can make you happy. And then that bitter person enters into relationships and friendships, and they begin to affect the people around them. So not only are they mistreating themselves, they begin to mistreat others and bring that negative energy into the world. We all have the potential to live this life happy, healthy, and whole. And we can also be that light for someone else. But we have to start with ourselves. Do the work, take the time, heal, and reconnect. And I will see you back here next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.